Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, every time. Uh, there we go. All right, welcome to the upcoming week webinar. I'm gonna discuss a few stocks that I'm watching for the upcoming week. And yeah, let's just get started. Big week coming. All right. So the first thing I want to go over is Apple. So what's going on with Apple is, as you guys could see, there is indecision happening right here, right? If we take our trend, boom, let me cancel these two alerts out and we do something like this. So right now, there's a lot of indecision, steady volume, nobody's in control. If we do get a breakout, we'll probably push up towards 138. If we do get a breakdown, we'll probably push down to 132. And if this is weak, probably push down all the way to this trend line, so 120, before we make another move higher. So I don't know what to predict next, but I will give you out the possibilities, and during price action, during intraday, you'll get a lot clearer picture of the trend, and that's how you capture those moves. So next thing I'm going to go over is WMT. So a nice bounce off the weekly level of 133. Now the price is kind of holding at between 130, let's say 138, and we have a strong weekly level or strong daily level at 140.5. And now we are getting a lot of bullish candles pushing up into this gap fill from 141 to 145. We also have a trend line full of sellers. So just be aware, I'll probably enter this for a spread towards the upside, liking this towards the upside. And if we do break that 144, I will probably enter a spread for a longer term play, because I could see this breaking 142, 145 easily. But for the short term, to capture that gap fill up until the trend line, I will probably be day trading it or scalping it above 141. Now, the next stock that we're talking about is SPY. Okay. So SPY has just been rallying. The next psychological level is 420. I wouldn't be surprised if we pulled back, if we pushed all the way to 420 and pulled back. Obviously, depending on price action, this thing is pushing up and we got a bunch of volume going on. Let me see the weekly level. So yeah, we had a lot of indecision. Then we started breaking out on weak volume. I wouldn't be surprised if it touched 420 and just started pulling back and retesting some levels before the next move up. Next stock that we were watching is BABA. So BABA, already looking bearish on the weekly candle. Hopping here into the daily. So 253 level and the 211 level are strong weekly levels. BABA had good news, gapped up a lot. And now these candles are showing a lot of signs of weakness. So if we do push up, we'll probably push up to 245. If we do break 237, 236, probably be in the continuation for the gap fill until 226. So that's a nice $10 move on BABA. A lot of good plays for the upcoming week. Just got to be patient and wait on those price action moves. Next thing I'll be talking about is QQQ. So previous all-time highs was at 338. We made a nice big inverse H, and we're pushing up above the level. So if we simply place a level at 338 for the previous all-time highs, and we take a look at the price action going on right now is very bullish. Excuse me. So we'll probably see more upside on this. Next thing we'll be discussing is Blink. Most of my plays are on the daily time frame. That's what I mostly pay attention to now. Just there's a lot more information in each candle. So I could expect more kind of these directional moves. So we had a nice rally. Now we're coming back down to a downtrend, weak buying pressure and indecision happening here. Now we're starting to break down, and on this latest candle, it's probably gonna come retest this 38 level and probably come down even more. So this break of 34 right here for puts, that would be a continuation because that's where last time buyers have stepped up. Okay, next thing will be Facebook. So Facebook, not doing much currently, just taking a breather after a nice rally. I would expect this to kind of show some more indecision until next week, and we could potentially get a breakout to the upside or a breakdown for below 302 for puts and above this trend line for calls. MARA is our next stock that we're talking about. So it just looks a little bit close here, but when I draw it on my iPad, it's a little bit further away. But for the most part, every time the stock comes back to this trend line, a lot of buyers keep stepping up, keep stepping up, keep stepping up, keep stepping up. So the biggest probability thing is expect the same thing to happen over again. Buyers will probably step up. If they don't, that's a nice directional move to the downside. You just got to wait on these candle closures and scale in as your trade idea keeps proving itself. Okay, next thing that we're watching will be Riot. Okay, so Riot, what is Riot showing? So we got a big level, not a big level, but a lot of indecision going on here. We have a lot of indecision going on here, so we could expect that until probably May 17th, where we'll either get a breakout or a breakdown. So just set your alerts every time for a breakdown below this trend or a break above this trend. Next thing that we'll be talking about is Tesla, my Tesla. Okay, so if we go on the bigger time frames, let me just hop into max. Okay, boom. We're seeing a nice inverse H. Could probably see this test 900s again. And if we go into the, if we look into the smaller picture right now, we broke out of a big daily level. Price action is kind of holding up, but we got to break this 750s to actually see this, give it a bigger probability of actually pushing and breaking the 780s, where a lot of these sellers stepped up recently. Next thing we'll be watching is Amazon. Okay, so Amazon. Okay, there we go. We had a big rejection right around $3,175. We ended up breaking out and we are pushing. Now, we are having a lot of indecision here. There you go. This is a big weekly level of 3,360. And like I said previously, my trend line is actually coming down from here. Just I drew it on my iPad. When it shows up on my screen, it looks different, but we have sellers here. And let me just explain the price action going on. So we had big sellers step in, but buyers managed to hold it above this weekly level. Now what it's struggling with is 3,400, big psychological level. And we also have that trend line. So we have two areas of confluence. If we do get that breakout, probably shoot up to 3,500. I wouldn't be surprised. If we do break down below 3,300, 3,360, we'll probably see more downside and let it retest some levels before the next move higher. Next stock that I will be talking about is Roku. Okay, so Roku right now, not much going on. If we hop into the smaller time frame, boom, boom, and boom. So obviously, if we get a breakout or a break below, calls puts, but we could see indecision for the next few days. So don't rush into anything. Nvidia. So Nvidia, I'm gonna keep that trend right there. I'm actually gonna go like this. Okay. So what we could expect from Nvidia right now after breaking all-time highs and pushing all the way to 650 is to actually come back to this trend where, as you could tell, all these buyers keep stepping up, stepping up, stepping up, retest, take a breather, then probably come break and break 650s. If it does do that, and it gives you confirmation that it's trending back up, I would recommend buying some small spreads, buying some long-term calls, and yeah, scalping it or day trading or swing trading it. Next thing we'll be talking about is SQ. So SQ, previously a lot of sellers right around 200 and between 275 and 280. Same thing, SQ rallied to that area. Sellers really started stepping in and now is pushing back down. The next level of support where buyers are really going to start stepping in aggressively is at $242. So we could kind of expect this thing to kind of push down. And as you guys could tell from these wick or bottom wicks, that there's a lot of buyers in this general area. So if we do break down below 255, there is a big possibility that will drop quickly towards 242 and get a nice directional move. Next thing that I will be talking about is Disney. So Disney is just holding the 184 level. I'm seeing lots of indecision here. But we should get a decision if it either breaks to the upside or downside within the next few days. So let's see how that plays out. Two more stocks that we have is BA. BA right now is just showing a lot of indecision in the market. So we have a lot of indecision. It's breaking below a daily level. If we do get a break below 245, it'll be a clear play to 233.5. And our final stock that we'll be talking about is SPE, Spice. Okay. We had moments of indecision, broke down. We have a big daily level. Let me just edit this real quick. We have a big daily level right around 23. If right now the last two candles are very bearish, but it is holding. So if we do break down below tomorrow, or sometime this week below 23, this would be a very big high probability play for the move. All right, guys. Play it safe, stay green, trade confidently, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the group chat. Later, guys.